Did you guys watch the new Predator? I checked it out. Them natives were supposed to be Comanche, but why did it look like they was in Blackfeet country? At one time, the Comanche lived in Shoshone country in Wyoming, but they had already migrated to Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Kansas by 1719. When the film was supposed to take place. I got bored and turned it off and put on Dog and Beth, the fight of their lives. It showcases Dog taking odd slurps of white wine. You know, your obsession with Dog the Bounty Hunter is quite unhealthy. You know, Dog claims to be Comanche. He says it's why he cries all the time. He's like the Iron Eyes Cody of the 21st century. Would you break your 2-year dry streak to drink vino with Dog? No way, dude. I'd rather hippie flip with him in the redwoods. Didn't you spend a week naked in the redwoods? Yeah, we bushwhacked down to this sandbar and just let go. It was epic. And I know it's kind of messed up, but when you build a fire out of firewood from redwood, that stuff burns forever. It's thick, like my ex. I remember you was just missing her, huh? Yeah, she's what you would call a strong woman. Yeah, but she ditched you on FaceTime after she moved out. When she was in Ireland. Wasn't her dad in the Irish mob? Yeah. You've always had a taste for Celtic women. I remember when I was a boy, I thought Nicole Kidman was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. And then I got older and more disgruntled and got a crush on Sigourney Weaver, who has a degree from Yale. And I don't know if you guys have seen The Hours, but Nicole Kidman's performance as Virginia Woolf is just incredible. It's like my favorite female role in a movie ever. I remember that movie. That's one of my favorite roles that I ever seen Ed Harris play. I mean, that's just downright a given. Do you guys remember in Magnolia when it rains frogs? I could talk movies all night. For instance, Michael Mann is hands down the greatest director to ever make films about Los Angeles, particularly Heat and Collateral. The way he captures the city at night is just completely mind-blowing. It reminds me of taking long exposures on a Hasselblad. You won't touch on when you shacked up with the Texan and her mom in San Antonio? Yeah, it was great for a few minutes. The old lady's mom used to frequently come home with 5 packs of Polaroid film from Costco, and it allowed me to grow and figure out what kind of art I was good at. I remember I used to write in my notebook late into the night, sitting in the yard with the cicadas and these giant moths and fireflies and just chain smoking cigarettes, just rent free. And I don't know, it was just the way Kerouac described it. He said the houses were reminiscent of miniature jungles, which they were completely reminiscent of miniature jungles. Adieu, shut up! What do you guys think about Sterling Harjo? He's a Seminole rat and a bona fide wine camel. Right? I'm not sure anyone would know who he was if it wasn't for his mom being famous. Americans who have never spent a lot of time in Canada don't know natives have been on mainstream television since 1992. I mean, have you guys, or anybody, heard of the Aboriginal People's Television Network? Ridiculous. I seen that channel in Nunavik in 2003. It blew my mind, man. Don't get me started on native writers. In Canada, a large range of native authors exist, while in America, publishers are only looking for material that fits a cliche mold that makes me want to puke and ride the porcelain bus at the same time. No, you're just bitter the world is leaving books behind. I want to move to Oaxaca and live in a shack someday. That's how I want to retire if I live.
The night tobacco's sacred. Them cigarettes are gonna be the death of you.
2 names for you, Jude. Miyazaki Hayao and Jim Harrison. I'll probably fall down some stairs like Vonnegut.